I have to start this video with saying I was going to cover a very different topic today. And I was very sternly told that I am not safe disclosing this information publicly. So, we're going to do a brief overview of what's currently happening with the deep state right now. And I will not deep dive for safety purposes, but there is some really important information in this that you do need to know. So please stick around. That being said, right after this video airs, I am going to release the real information, which I remote viewed and channeled yesterday. And I am releasing it only to members on my website. And once again, this is for safety and security purposes. Once you watch the video, you will know exactly why I am not able to release this information. If anything, I was warned very sternly to keep a very low profile in 2025. So that's going to be tough for me, but I will try my best. So please go check out that video right after this. And in that video, I cover everything. I talk about the recent, and also side note, this video might be taken down from YouTube because I am talking about the things that I shouldn't be talking about. But yeah, that video covers war, terrorist attacks, leaked documents, UFO drones, plasmoids, what the fuck is that? Mystery fog, chemtrails. I don't know about you, but I have been really angry, like really, really pissed, especially in the past month, because every single day there have been, like, they've been spraying the skies every day, all day, nonstop here in Nevada. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of it. We also had basically like a daytime fog here as well, which was really fascinating, mostly over by the Las Vegas Strip. But personally, I have been affected and I wanted to know. So once again, all of that is going to be covered. Here's what you need to know. Here is the high-level information about what I gathered from that crazy remote viewing session yesterday. The elites, the shadow government, the deep state, whatever you want to call them, they are utilizing anything and everything that they have right now to come at us. Why are they doing that? It's because they're scared. Now, if you've been following my content, especially some of the Galactic Federation content, you know that they have been planning different agendas, different attacks, different ways that they can control us for a number of years. I have actually been monitoring the deep state for a decade and a half now, believe it or not, since 2010. I have been remote viewing them for 15 years. And they have been playing around with different agendas. And I don't know if you've noticed, but they've been getting a lot more brazen about what these agendas are. And they don't really seem to care about covering it up anymore. I don't know why. Do they think that we're dumb, or are they just lacking resources to cover stuff up? It could be a little bit of both, right? All of their agendas, no matter what it is, it all comes down to the same core principle, which is control. And right now, they are scared that they cannot control us anymore. They've been scared for a while, but nothing like we are seeing it right now. They try depopulation agendas. They try to weaken us. They try false flag events. They're trying to start a war. Of course, we've got the pandemic, right? Poisoning our skies, poisoning our water, poisoning our food. They're trying to weaken us so that we are easier to control. They're trying to depopulate us so that we are easier to control. Now, what we're seeing in 2025 is unprecedented. I mean, we're 6 days into the new year and shit is going down. And I gotta say that it's gonna continue to happen. For the rest of the year, we are going to see some wild stuff take place because the deep state is going down. The white hats, the collective, whatever you want to call them, they are starting to move. They're starting to act. The vibration is rising. We've got massive solar flares hitting us, creating a consciousness boost. And the thing that they never really seem to take into account is the fact that they are so disharmonious, they are so disjointed, they are so greedy that their attempts to control us usually end up awakening us. So what you're going to see in 2025 is, and this is what I cover in that remote view channel, in that video, they have a plan. And I didn't know what that plan was until I remote viewed it yesterday. And I was shocked and surprised and maybe not so much, but this is it, you guys. All of these things, everything that's going on right now across the entire planet comes down to their final last agenda. Okay? I'm not going to mention it because, once again, I am not concerned for my safety, but I'm trying to keep things under wraps. All right? It's mentioned in the video. 2025 is their last go, and they're going hard. They're utilizing all of their resources to control us. Okay? Okay, so here's what you need to know. Everything that's happening right now, all of these weird things, it's a globally staged event. They are all staged events. Please keep this in mind. This is not random, they're not coincidences. They seem like they're not related, but they completely are. This is a globally staged event, all right? The shadow government, the powers that were, the deep state, they do not operate within the boundaries of countries. That's an illusion that they created to pit us against each other. So remember that this is a staged attack that they're doing right now. And the only reason why they have to pull all of their resources is because they're running out of time. They are scared, and they have a reason to be. They cannot win this war. They think they can because they're full of themselves, but they can't. They've already lost. 2025 will be their biggest attempt at control. They are running out of time. They are running out of resources. They are scared. Our greatest defense. There's a lot of things that we could do, specifically related to things like the chemtrails and the mystery fog, which was explained in the remote view, which I was really concerned with and still am. There are things that we can do to help protect our family and our health at a physical level. Things like detoxing your body from heavy metals, taking activated charcoal. Zeolite is really good for heavy metal cleanses, fasting, intermittent fasting, air purifiers, all great things, right? All great things. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, and I know it's going to sound woo-woo, and I know I get it, whatever, but it is our vibration. It's our vibration. It's our conscious awareness of what they're trying to do. And as long as we are aware of their attempted plan, we're not going to feed into it. That's why knowledge is key. That's why, as much as I would love my channel to be all light and love and 5D and manifestation and open your third eye and aliens are cool, we got to talk about the real shit. We got to talk about what they're planning so that we don't fall prey to it. Okay? Our awareness and then our choice. Bring awareness to their agendas, but then choose not to focus on it. Remember that your focus creates your reality. So yeah, the timelines are splitting right now in a big way. Does anyone else notice that the people in their lives are just different? They're distant. They're off. Anytime you want to hang out or try and hang out or get together, it doesn't happen because they're choosing different timelines, and that's okay. 2025 is going to be one of the biggest divisions that we have ever faced on planet Earth. And that says a lot considering all of the wars and 2020 and all the shit that we've gone through. So we have to be prepared with our awareness and our ability to choose and utilize our free will. So we do have the power to choose which timeline we end up on. Observe everything that's happening without reaction. Rise above it all and focus on the highest timeline. At the end of the day, I want you to imagine yourself in a layer of winter clothing, and then add another layer to that, and then another layer to that, and another layer to that, and another layer to that until you can't move. Okay? You're just stuck in all of these layers. Every single layer is something unrelated to you. It's politics, it's who's president, it's the agendas, it's the projection, it's the chemtrails, it's all of the things. I want you to really ask yourself, how does this directly impact my life? Is it mine, and should I take it on? And every time you determine that this does not directly in this moment impact your life, I want you to unzip that layer and I want you to take it off. Because what's happening is we're becoming so oversaturated with fear, doubt, and uncertainty that we're not able to raise our consciousness. We're not able to consciously utilize our free will to choose a timeline. That's exactly what they want. I don't care what side you're on. If you're choosing a side, it's the wrong one. It's about rising above the polarity. It's about understanding that this lifetime is a blink of an eye in the grand scheme of the entire universe. You're in a dream right now. And one day you're going to wake up and say, holy fuck, that was really just all an illusion. So it's time to wake up in the present moment and realize that you are the only one creating your reality. And the only way to create any reality you want is through focus. You're a conscious fractal of source frequency. Anything you think about, anything you focus on, especially if you do so over and over again, it's going to create your life. Stop externalizing your power. Yes, be aware of everything that's going on. Be aware of the bullshit, but don't feed it. And if you are not strong enough to be aware of something and not feed it, then stop being aware of it, because it does not directly impact you. If anything, you're co-creating it as you're focused on it. And then if you add fear and emotion and attachment and expected results to all of that, you're feeding it even more. Stop feeding into their plan. Stop feeding into the matrix. Yes, shit's going down. But remember, things only seem like they're getting worse because we're purging out the darkness. All of this shit has always been happening. Now we're just seeing it for what it is. Observe it objectively, rise above, and then ask yourself what your ideal reality looks like. And then create it through your conscious focus. That's it. All you have to do is think about what you want, and you will have it. But first, you've got to strip off the layers. And I guess the last thing I wanted to mention is, don't worry, because they will pay for their crimes. They will. If not in this lifetime, in the next, and the next, and the next. You are only a part of those crimes if you're feeding into it. So it's time to understand that you've got no karma to pay. You don't have to feed into the system. Create your own reality. In fact, help us all create the best reality for everyone. Head on over to my website, check out the recent video. It should be up in about 15 minutes. All right, so I know, hang on to your boots. It's a wild ride, and it'll explain a lot, but try not to get sucked into it. All right, be sure to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I love you guys so much. Choose the highest timeline. I believe in you. We need you. I'll see you in the next one.